Hi, I'm Chance Waters, and you're here with Audio Collective.
She bit my hand so hard that it drew blood. I think that was the moment I knew true love. She said she loves who I'd be if I grew up, but till then could I please?
It was great. No, it was absolutely amazing. I've been a bit of a fanboy of them for a really long time, and I think I took a little bit of influence too, like subconsciously as well. So that was, it was really nice. And then I got to perform with her for the first time on the weekend too, which was crazy. And I think she just really complimented the song in a really great way. She's much more energetic than me, and she sort of lifted it up to where it needed to be. So that was really, really nice.
Fight about some dumb shit and tell each other secrets. And while you were getting plates in the tea set, I saved time and thought of names for after.
Well, so like in the most recent one, there's a lot of long shot, one shot sections. So those might take a while to get right. Like we have this one scene in that new one, where there's like things lifted up from the floor and then they open up and then things come over my head and there's like 8 different people handing things in from different places, and I've got to be performing and engaging with the props at the same time. So sometimes, because I'm terribly uncoordinated, it takes a little while to get it all right. But no, they're never full one-shot sequences. Often we'll do it just kind of as an illusion, like we'll pan up and pan down, and you might think we've run around or whatever, but we haven't. So we just play with the camera a bit. It's the director, James Shepherd, is a bit of a genius. He envisions these things way before I can. I just give him corny ideas about little 90s references and stuff I like. Well, you can't really go past Alex Mack, can you? Although Samurai Pizza Cats was right up there as well, and is disappointingly unpopular. I think it was one of the best shows of the era. I think people should pay attention. Ninja Turtles good as well, and Alex Mack takes it. $500 for, I think we used him, I think we counted it like 12 seconds total of footage, so what is that a second? It's like $50 a second. That's expensive.
How did that work? How did you get him on fire to see this?
With a lighter. No, well, like a special suit, and then they painted this flammable stuff on his bike, and then they set that on fire. So he was wearing like water. He was actually really not shy. Like there were all these girls on the shoot as well, and he was just there. He like was in his like little white base suit, and he was just like had water all over him as well, because it had to be wet, just like rubbing his crotch, rubbing all over him, and all the girls were like this the whole time. And yeah, then we set him on fire to punish him. Yeah, well, I mean, when you post a status saying if you don't like it, fuck off, about people who are, being conservative or racist or whatever, I don't expect a great response from those people. But in general, I've actually been surprised at how many rational human beings are in the mix too. I think a lot of the time the really heavy, really anti-me, very conservative posters actually find me because of the virality of the posts and the fact that people are engaging with them. And so once you get one conservative in there, kind of like, send the refugees home, they all kind of jump in, and so I just swear at them a lot until they go away.
Yeah.
Early next year, I think, is the plan. It could be very late this year, but I really think it'll be early next year, probably February, I would assume. But we'll have singles and promo stuff and all that kind of stuff leaking throughout the year. Obviously, we have the single with Patience out at the moment. We've got another single, I think, looking mid-October, and then we'll probably do another one right before the album as well. I eat a lot of terrible food on the road a lot. I'll usually find whatever place happens to be doing sushi, but often it's like 7-Eleven sushi, it's not good. Sometimes I actually bring my own food as well. So if I'm driving somewhere, then I'll bring my own food. But actually a lot of the best vegan and vegetarian places are in other cities. Like I love going to Melbourne because there's so many great vegan restaurants there. So yeah, so I'll just nail food there and a lot of the fries and stuff if I need to be quick. So there's usually options everywhere, particularly once you know what is vegan. It becomes much easier. I can walk into a server and I know you know, all the music bars and whatever that will be vegan ahead of time, so it makes it a little easier. Oh, most looking forward to seeing is really hard. I mean, obviously I would have liked to see Cup Sport, but I think they play unfortunately a little bit before me, and so it might be difficult with soundcheck and whatever else. I'll have to see if I can juggle it and maybe run down there and see them. The Griswolds tomorrow I'm really excited about because I've been working with them a bit too. Thelma Plum, I really want to see. There's a few unofficial showcases. Unfortunately, I miss Stonefield. I would have really liked to see them. I miss the Trouble with Templeton too. They're in a clash. Both those bands are in a clash spot with me, which is annoying because I wanted to see them both. But there's a lot of acts, to be honest, and also I'm quite excited about the acts that I haven't heard of yet that I find through Bigsound, which was my experience last year.
We could have some pizzas, fight about some dumb shit and tell each other secrets. And while you were getting plates in the tea set, at the same time.
Bigsound, for sure. Bigsound in Sydney was really good because there were a lot of like shirtless bogans running around and stuff, but they didn't come to watch us, and the vibe was just amazing. Like the crowd were beautiful. It was the hottest day on record in Sydney. I think it was like 45 degrees when we stepped on stage. Like the mercury peaked 5 minutes before we hopped on, so it was so hot, but the whole place was just packed anyway. They were spraying the crowd with water, and it was just so amazing that people would bother standing out there in the direct sun with no shade above them for the set and jump up and down with us and stuff as well. So that was really crazy, and it was also special because it was the first time I played to a crowd of that size. That was kind of my first big festival, and it was like bigged out in the middle of the day. Like that was pretty